Elder Scrolls Arena is a legendary game, the one that started it all. But here's the thing, if you go back and play it, it's kind of awful. Clunky controls, repetitive dungeons, and mechanics that just don't hold up. Yet somehow it launched one of the biggest franchises ever. So why did it succeed? Well, let's find out why Arena is a terrible game and why that didn't even matter. Hello everyone, Kai Reviews here. This is part of a bigger series I'm doing on all of the main entry Elder Scrolls games. Over the course of the 5 games, we will see what improvements they made and what they cheaped out on and why. Looking at Bethesda as a whole, and of course, the champion of it all, Todd Howard, and how he joined his ship as it set sail and is now sending it full speed ahead straight into an iceberg. First up, let's talk about why Arena hasn't aged well. For starters, the controls are a nightmare. Want to jump? Good luck figuring out which obscure key does that. I sure couldn't. Combat? Hope you enjoy swinging your sword like you're stuck in molasses. And the dungeons? Oh boy. Endless copy-pasted corridors that make you question if you've been going in circles for the last hour. Sure, there's a map, but everything is so pixelated you can't even make heads from other heads. And let's not forget the features that feel more like punishments. Class-restricted gear, random disease chances, a spell-making system so convoluted you need a PhD at the College of Winterhold to understand it. Yeah, Arena was brutal in all of the wrong ways. So if the gameplay was this rough, why did Arena blow up? 2 words: ambition and storytelling. In 1994, nobody had seen an open-world RPG this massive. Other big games were Doom, Star Fox, Mortal Kombat, and Super Mario and Mario Kart. Arena offered something different, and it was deep. The lore, the factions, the freedom, it was revolutionary. The main quest was generic save the emperor stuff, but the world building, nothing else beat it. Compared to its peers, Arena wasn't just another dungeon crawler. It was a living, breathing world, flaws and all, and that's why people fell in love with it. The jankiness was forgiven because nothing else at the time let you do this much. Without Arena, there would be no Morrowind, no Skyrim, no Todd Howard memes. It proved that even a flawed game could redefine a genre if it dared to dream big. So yeah, Arena was rough, but it's also one of the most important games ever made. So the year was 1993, and Bethesda released the game The Terminator to release alongside the theater release of Terminator 2. Pretty ambitious to launch with such a big name. The game was only mediocre, few praising its goods while many said to just pass. Christopher Weaver, the founder and lead of Bethesda Softworks at this time, didn't let this slow them down even a little. Just a year later, in 1994, we saw the game, The Elder Scrolls Arena, released. This game was a hit, so much of a hit that a young Todd Howard completely fell in love with everything Bethesda. His first credit was a year later with the release of yet another mediocre Terminator game, but 2 years after that, in 1996, they released the biggest thing since, well, The Elder Scrolls Arena, The Elder Scrolls Daggerfall. Todd was involved with this one, but mostly did sound design. Alright, well that's all for part 1. This one will be the shortest of the series, as it is the first game and there's not really any earlier Elder Scrolls to compare it to. Okay, see you next time.